Hi team, I hope you're all well. Today I am having to film this on my phone. I've misplaced my camera, which is incredibly inconvenient, but I can't seem to find it. I don't know if I've left it at work or if it's fallen out of my bag in the back of my brother's car or something. I don't know. I can't find it. Anyway, I need to film this video because I need to get these books boxed up and packed off to zip it because I need to make room in this room. So this is going to be a very casual, like I'm in a hoodie, I'm like barely even ready, we're on my phone. It's going to be reasonably crap quality compared to my usual camera quality. But you know what? It is what it is. It's an unhaul, so you know, it's going to be fine. I went through and did an unexpected purge of my shelves last night with Jade. Look at all that space. On her Patreon sprints. It was extremely unexpected. I'd left my computer at work. I'm having a week, clearly. I'd left my computer at work and I couldn't go backstage with her or go on sprints with her, so she did some sprints. She was doing a purge anyway, by accident as well. And then I was like, oh, now you've inspired me, I want to do another purge. So I came up to my room, in this room, and ended up going on the sprints on my phone. And I did the purge with Jade and her patrons, and it was really good. So now I have about just shy of 70 books, I think, ready to go. I still have a stack of books from my last unhaul that I didn't film that still need to go. So I really want to get this filmed so that I can get these boxed up and get them shipped off because I'm sick to death of seeing them, quite frankly. So I also have a lot of room here on SJM's shelf too. So we're you know, I'm really happy with how it went. It's given me a lot more room. I've got my birthday and Christmas coming up in the next couple of weeks, so I need the room massively. So without further ado, let's get into these. There is a mix of books that I have read, a mix of books that I haven't read, and I'm just unhauling because honestly I've had them so long and I'm not going to read them now at this point. Some unsolicited books, and some duplicates as well. So I will tell you the reasons why I'm getting rid of them. I'm not going to go through what the books are about because otherwise we'll be here forever. But the first book that I am getting rid of is the Shadowhunters Codex by Cassandra Clare and Joshua Lewis. I basically asked Jade's patrons what their thoughts were. I mean, I know a lot of people don't like the Shadowhunter series, but I really enjoy it. I have read the Dark Artifices, the Mortal Instruments, and the Infernal Devices. I have then unhauled all of them, apart from Queen of Iron Darkness, because it's personalised to me and signed by Cassie Clare. So it's the only one I haven't gotten rid of. I haven't read the Red Scrolls of Magic series yet. I still have that. I do want to read that series because I love Magnus and Alec. But yeah, generally I have otherwise gotten rid of the rest of the books. The short story collections are in here as well. You'll see those in a little while. But yeah, I have gotten rid of them because I've had them for a while now and I just honestly don't think I'm going to pick them up. I do think I'm getting to a point where I am kind of getting out of YA fantasy a little bit, only in certain instances, but I feel like this could be one of those instances. One of the reasons why I haven't gotten rid of the Magnus and Alec series is because I actually think they're like two of the older Shadowhunters and, you know, Warlock in the whole series, and they act a lot older as well. So I haven't gotten rid of that series because I do kind of want to read that one and I love them. So yeah, I have that one. Then we have the Undertakers by Nicole Glover, which was sent to me unsolicited by the publishers. I do appreciate it, but I haven't read the first one, which is The Conductors, so I'm not going to read this one, unfortunately. It'll be better off going to someone who will read it. So I am going to unhaul this one. Then we have A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. I've had this for so long now and I just haven't read it. So I'm just going to get rid of it. I need the space. I've had to be like really, really brutal and ruthless because I really do need the space on my shelves. So A Monster Calls is going to go. I know it's only a short one, but I've had it that long now. If I've not read it by now, I don't think I ever will. Then we have the Splintered series, which I bought solely as a cover buy for all of them. A lot of Jade's patrons think these covers are really ugly. I really like them, but I solely bought them as a cover buy. I don't think I'm ever going to read them, to be perfectly honest. I bought them maybe 18 months, 2 years ago, and I haven't read them. I haven't started reading them. I don't think I'm ever gonna. So I think I'm just going to get rid of them. They do take up quite a bit of room on my shelves. They did go onto my unhaul cart, but I did a purge on there as well because again, my mind has changed even with the Unhaul cart, so I did a purge on there as well. Then I'm going to get rid of The Taking of Jake Livingstone by Ryan Douglas. I'm really gutted about this because I love this cover and I was really intrigued by this story. However, stalking is a trope in here, and I was asking Jade's patrons last night if any of them have read it and how much stalking is an actual thing in here, and it's like right through the book apparently. So stalking is a trigger for me if you didn't know, and I'm just not willing to put myself through it, to be perfectly honest. So I am unhauling that one. Then we have the Legend series by Marie Lu, which again was on my Unhaul cart, but I have just decided to get rid of it. The fact that it's still in its cellophane wrapper, I can't even remember when I got this, to be perfectly honest, and it's still in its cellophane wrapper. I'm completely uncommitted to this series, clearly, so it's gonna go. We have Deal with an Elf King by Elise Cover. I haven't read this one, and honestly I haven't heard good things about it. I don't think Becca particularly enjoyed it, and I haven't heard great things, so I am getting rid of it. I'm a little bit sad about that, but it is what it is. I get really hyped about things, and then if I don't hear great things about them, I will end up getting rid of them, and it makes me a little bit sad, but there's not much I can do about it. Then we've got Daughter of the Pirate King by Trisha Levenseller. I was really excited about this series because it's a duology as well, so it won't take me too long to get through, but I have to be really careful about books that are set at sea because I get secondhand seasickness, which sounds fucking ridiculous, but it's true. So I do have to be careful. I ended up DNFing Fable, and I was absolutely devastated about this situation because I was really enjoying the book, but I got really poorly reading it, so I had to put it down. So I do have to be careful what I'm reading, and Jade said that one will give me secondhand seasickness, so I got rid of it. Then we have Outpost by Adam Baker, another one that ended up on my TBR cart. I've had this for ages. I got it at a charity shop secondhand years and years ago, and I have not read it yet, and I don't think I'm going to, so it's going. Then we've got Of Princes and Promises by Sandia Menon. This was sent to me also by the publisher unsolicited, and honestly I don't think I'm particularly bothered about it, so I am going to unhaul it, unfortunately. I have read Sandia Menon's contemporary series, the When Dimple Met Rishi series, and loved it, but I just don't know if I'm too fussed about this one. I think it's like YA fantasy, so not too bothered about that one. Then I have Robin Hood by Robert Muchamore. I really enjoyed this one. I thought it was great. I think I gave it 4 stars. I have the next one in the series, but I'm never going to reread it, so I might as well get rid. It is very short, but it's great. Then we have The Modern Fairy Tales by Holly Black. I've had this for a really long time now, and I haven't read it. I've made no attempts to pick it up, and I just don't know if I'm going to get a chance to. So, and it's really chunky as well. It's taking up a lot of space on my shelves. So I am going to unhaul it, unfortunately, but again, it is what it is. Then we have a Lee Child book, which is one of my Jack Reacher books, Gone Tomorrow. I have decided to get rid of all of these now. If I want to read them, I'll probably listen to them on audio anyway, so I might as well get rid of them because they are chunky and they take up a lot of space on my shelves. If you saw my purge from, I think it was earlier on this year, I'll leave a link to it up here if you want to watch it. It was really good, actually. I actually went through the process of picking the books off of my shelves with you. And I really enjoyed that. I'd probably do another one of those in the future, but I actually really went to town with my Lee Child series because I had so many of these and just kept the ones I was really interested in, but honestly I'll just listen to them on audio from the library. So I am going to get rid of this one. Also, FYI, my apologies for my throat. I've got really bad cold and cough, so I sound horrific. My apologies. Then we've got Cinderella is Dead by Kaylin Bayron. I loved this. I gave it 4 stars. It was fantastic. I'm obsessed with the cover of this one, but I'm never going to reread it. And again, it's taking up space on my shelves. I do have this Poison Heart, and I'm looking forward to getting to that one, but I'm going to unhaul this one. Then we have The Fifth to Die by J.D. Barker. I really enjoyed The Fourth Monkeys by J.D. Barker, which is the first in this series, but I have had this for, well, ages, probably since it came out in 2018, and I haven't read it yet, so I don't think I'm going to get to it. So I'm going to unhaul it. If I want to get to it, I can probably get the audio from somewhere, so I'm going to get rid of it for now because it is chunky as well. And another chunky one is Papillon by Henri Cherie. And I loved the new movie adaptation of this with Charlie Hunnam and Rami Malek. It's great. And I then got obsessed with it and wanted to buy the book. So I did. But I honestly don't think I'm ever going to get to it, which is a little bit sad. But I don't know. It's a chunky book to have on my shelves if I'm not sure I'm ever going to read it. So I am going to get rid. Then I have a couple duplicates for right now. So I have the paperback versions of the From Blood and Ash series. I do have the Fairy Loot hardback editions now. And I did read Kingdom of Flesh and Fire via the hardback edition rather than the paperback edition. So I am going to unhaul these because they do take up a lot of space on my shelves. There's no need for me to have 2 copies. If I wasn't going to read my Fairy Loot special editions, then I would keep these. But I am. So I'm going to unhaul them. And then I have a box set of the paperbacks of A Court of Thorns and Roses series. This is a original set, obviously with the original covers, because the covers have done a change up. This is an original set and they are entirely untouched. I have not read these at all. The spines are perfect on them. It's a brand new box set. So I am going to get rid of this one because I do have my hardbacks and I do have my hardbacks, and I am thinking about getting a second set of hardbacks because I have the original hardbacks with these covers on. But then I do have the pretty illuminae dust jackets as well. So I would really like to put my original covers back on my original hardbacks and then put the pretty illuminae dust jackets on a set of new hardbacks maybe. So I'm thinking it through. I don't want to rush into it. There's no need for me to have 2 sets, but I really would like to put the illuminae dust jackets on a set of the books. But I really want to put my original dust jackets back on the books as well. So, struggles. Carrying on with SJM, I am getting rid of all of these. Which is the whole Tog series and also Catwoman. I am not going to read this. I've had it for so long, I'm not going to read it. But the Tog series, I have been trying to read this series for several years now. I've read Throne of Glass 3 times. I have read Crown of Midnight twice. I've read The Assassin's Blade and I've tried to read Heir of Fire once. I got 50 pages in and never carried on. So I just don't think I'm ever going to get to it. And obviously this takes up a lot of space on my shelves. So I'm going to get rid. We're unhauling all of those, which I know is going to be pretty controversial, but what the heck? They're my shelves. I don't care. Then we have another set of duplicates, and this is the paperback editions of the Illuminae files. I do have hardback editions now, and I was going to keep these because I do really enjoy having the paperback editions because they're very floppy. But when I read this series, I follow along with the audiobook, so I don't need 2 copies. I have the hardbacks now. I will follow along with those. It's absolutely fine. So I am going to get rid of these. They are very heavy, and they can take up quite a bit of space on your shelf, so I'm getting rid of those. Couple more of my Jack Reacher Lee Child books that I'm getting rid of. Then I have Warcross by Marie Lu. I have not read this. It's been on my TBR for a long time now, and it's been on a couple of my TBRs in general, and I've still not picked it up. So I'm going to get rid of it. And then I'm going to get rid of I Am by Maggie O'Farrell. Again, I've had this on my TBR for so long. It's a memoir. I just don't think I'm going to pick it up now. I've had it for ages. I was interested when I got it, but I don't think I am any longer. So we're unhauling it. I'm unhauling The Guinevere Deception and The Camelot Betrayal by Kirsten White. Jade has a hardback version of this and she's going to send it to me. And then I have added the hardback version of this to my wish list. And the hardback of the last one comes out in December. So I'm really, really excited. Although I am a bit gutted about getting rid of the paperbacks because they're so floppy. The hardbacks are stunning. So I'm really excited about those. So I'm going to get rid of the paperbacks. I don't need 2 lots of this series. So I will be getting rid of the paperbacks. I am getting rid of The Bear and the Nightingale and the Girl in the Tower by Catherine Arden. I have read both of these. I've really enjoyed them. I do still need to read the last one, The Winter of the Witch, but I'm never going to reread them. And as pretty as the series is, and I would really like to keep hold of it just because it's pretty, I need the space, you know. I would love to keep hold of books that I've really, really enjoyed, even if I'm never going to reread them again. But I just don't think I am. I'm a little bit sad about it. My apologies to Jade. She was a bit sad about it when I mentioned them yesterday, but she was like, no, I understand. Like, if you're never going to pick them up again, it is a very slow series, so the chances of you actually rereading it again, pretty minimal. But I am, for the time being, going to keep hold of them just to one side until I've read The Winter of the Witch. Because if I read that and I'm like, you know what, actually I really fucking love this series and I might pick it up again, I've entirely underestimated it and forgotten how much I enjoyed it, then I've still got them, but otherwise I'm going to be getting rid of them. Then I've got The Space Between Worlds by Micaiah Johnson. I loved this. I gave it 4 stars. It was fantastic, but I'm never going to reread it, so I'm unhauling it. I'm actually going to give it to Jade and see if she fancies it. I think she might enjoy it, so I'm going to give it to her and see if she enjoys it, but I'm unhauling it. Carrying on with SJM, I'm also getting rid of A Court of Frost and Starlight, which again is unread. It's brand new. It does have a tab in it from, I don't know when, why. But I am unhauling this. Back to the Shadowhunters, I've got Ghosts of the Shadow Market, which is a collection of short stories. I've already explained why I'm getting rid of them. Then I have an arc of Witches Steeped in Gold. I am also getting rid of the Fairy Loot edition of this book. I haven't heard great things, and honestly I was never really particularly interested in it anyway, so I am getting rid of this one. Then I've got The Loneliest Girl on the Universe by Lauren James. I've had this for a really, really long time, and then somebody mentioned last night that there is stalking in here, and I'm actually pretty devastated about it because I have 2 more of Lauren James's books, and I was going to do like a Lauren James reading vlog, but I'm getting rid of this now because apparently it's got stalking in it, so that's another one that's going. I have an arc of Red Hood by Eleanor K. Arnold. This was sent to me by a friend after she'd read it, but I haven't got to it, so I'm gonna unhaul it. It was on my unhaul cart anyway, and I don't think I'm particularly bothered about it anymore, so I'm gonna get rid of that. Then I have paperback of Way of the Argosy and also hardback of Spellslinger Sebastian de Castell. The reasons why I'm getting rid of these is that they are duplicates, so I have the hardback copy of Way of the Argosy. I'm going to carry on with the hardbacks of that part of the series, and then I have the paperbacks of the Spellslinger series. I'm going to stick with the paperbacks on the basis that I have the whole set in paperback. I only have Spellslinger in hardback, and it's actually physically impossible to get hold of like Crownbreaker now, because it's discontinued as far as the hardbacks are concerned, and they don't know if they're going to do a new set of prints. So I don't want to be killing myself or paying out of my ass to get hold of the hardbacks of this series. If I don't need to, I have the paperbacks. So that's going to go. I have the hardback of The Burning God by R.F. Kuang. I'm going to get the paperback version instead because I have the paperbacks of The Poppy War and The Burning God. Nope, that's that one. Dragon Republic. So in order to have a matching set, I would rather get the paperbacks than try and find the hardbacks of the other 2 books. So I am getting rid of the hardback of this one. Then I have Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber, which is the gorgeous Fairy Loot edition. I'm a little bit sad about getting rid of this one. I was kind of hyped about this actually when it came in, and I was really looking forward to potentially reading it, but I believe that this is actually following one of the characters from the Caraval series, one of the side characters, but it's a prequel of their story before Caraval. Now, I didn't like Caraval, so if this is literally going to be the exact same writing style, and obviously it's the same author, so I assume it's going to be a similar writing style, but if this is going to be literally the exact same writing style because it's along the same lines and pretty much the same in the same story, if that makes sense, there's no point in me reading it because I'm not going to enjoy it. I didn't enjoy Caraval, I didn't carry on with the series, so I'm not going to like it, so I might as well just get rid. I'm a bit sad about it because it's a gorgeous edition and I was looking forward to it, but then I found out it was like it's a prequel following a side character from Caraval, so big sad. Morley Child, I've explained. The Bane Chronicles and Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy, I have explained. Then we have Carry On by Rainbow Rowell and also Wayward Son. That's upside down. Wayward Son. I have read and enjoyed both of these. I think I gave them 4 stars. I do have the third one, which is Anyway the Wind Blows, and I do want to read that one, so I'm not unhauling that one because I haven't done so yet. But I'm going to unhaul these because I'm never going to reread them. As much as I love this edition, I'm never going to reread them. They're taking up space on my shelves because this one especially is not a small book. So I'm going to unhaul them. And then the final book I have to show you is Witch Shadow by Susan Dennard. I did not enjoy Blood Witch, to be perfectly honest. That whole series just kind of went downhill for me. I enjoyed Truth Witch. I thought it was fine. Wind Witch was okay. I really enjoyed Sight Witch. And then I didn't enjoy Blood Witch at all. And on that basis, I think I'm going to hate Witch Shadow, and Jade has recommended that I don't even bother trying to read this because I didn't enjoy Blood Witch. So I'm a bit sad about it because I would like to finish it off, but this isn't the end of the series. So part of me is like, I might as well just quit while I'm ahead, and I'm not enjoying it anyway. So I am a bit gutted about that, but there's not much I can do about it, unfortunately. So I am going to unhaul this one also. So that is my extremely large unhaul. And those are all of the reasons why I'm getting rid of those books. Let me know in the comments down below if you think I've made any mistakes. It's probably too late now. The books are probably gone. But let me know in the comments down below if you think I've made any mistakes. This happens on occasion. Sometimes I end up buying books back again. Renegades was one of them by Marissa Meyer. I got rid of that and then bought another copy because a few years later I was interested in it again. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below. And I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye for now.